Alright guys, what is going on? Today we're going to talk about the progress that this truck has been through from start since I got it to where it is now. Now, when I first got the truck, there was no plan on modding it at all. There was just like, you know, I wanted to do little mods, like I put a bed liner in it. I put a, first thing I did first week was like tint the windows because I wanted a Ram. I wanted a Ram 1500 with a Hemi, 4 doors, 4-wheel drive was my, you know, I have to have basically thing. I had a Jeep, it was giving me problems. So I went to the dealership. I wanted a brand new Ram. It's what I wanted for a long time. So I went to the dealership, got this. I said I wanted black, 4 doors, 4-wheel drive, basically. And you know what I mean? I wanted the small touchscreen. If they had the bigger one for the in the packages I was looking at, that's fine. But that's what I wanted. And then I went to, you know, everything worked out good. Went to the dealership. He came home with my truck. You know what I mean? And you know, so first, and I knew I wanted to do tint the windows. Like when I first got it home, I was like, yeah, I gotta tint the windows. The back are already tinted and stuff. So I tinted the windows within the first 2 weeks of getting the truck, and then I loved it. Loved the look of it. It changed the look, in my opinion. All blacked out. You know what I mean? A lot of guys said, why didn't I get the black express package? Well, at the time, they weren't even, they were out, but they weren't that popular as what everyone's doing now. There wasn't as many all black on black on black trucks as there is right now. So yeah, the first mod I did was tint the windows. I did that within the first 2 weeks of getting the truck. I wanted the windows tinted. I liked it when it was all, you know what I mean? It came with tinted glass on all trucks. It come with tinted glass, and I wanted the windows tinted. I wanted it dark. I wasn't even hesitant. I wanted it to be so dark, can't see in the thing. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, backing out at night does give you some trouble. Anyone with 5% windows tint knows it gives you some trouble, especially because it comes with tinted windows. And I put 5% on top of whatever the snap factory is, so it's, you know, below 5%, you know, 3. I don't know, but yeah, I did that. And then I was, you know, afraid to put stuff into the bed, obviously, so I did a bed liner, and then I did, you know, a tow hitch because, you know, I wanted to get a small boat at the time, and I couldn't tow with it because the express models do not come with that. So modding wasn't really a thing until you start watching videos. And once you start watching videos, you see what some of these trucks can do, and you know, driving the truck around, you feel it's got power. They've got some power. And bone stock, I ran it in like 98 degrees, and then I got, you know what I mean, it was like a 14.9. It was so hot that day. I didn't know too much about DA at the time when I first got it, you know what I mean? I always raced. I've always been in the racing, but DA, when I was young, really young, wasn't like, you know, you didn't care so much about DA. I've always wondered why sometimes I run faster and another time I can't at the same time. Obviously, it's always because of what the DA is and stuff like that. I know that now, but this is also what I'm talking about when I was, you know, in my early 20s, a long time ago. So, ran in stock, had some fun, and then I started modding. I actually, you know, I want to do little things. I'm like, let me get it. I want to get a tune. I wanted to tune it, so I bought the Diablo tuner, tuned it, went to the track, contacted Hemi Fever at the time because he's the only one I really knew that was tuning these. I knew of. I know the other guys have been out, but I didn't. You know what I mean? You Google, you know, Ram tune, Hemi tune. Obviously, I think at the time Hemi Fever popped up, and I got tuned by him, and you know, things started progressing as we go, as like that. So I got a tune. I was like, oh, let me get a K&N cold air intake. I got that, and it was quiet. I wanted it a little bit louder, so I got the MBRP catback exhaust. Yep, new exhaust installed. Give it a little gas. New exhaust, MBRP. And, you know what I mean? I thought it sounded pretty good after that. I loved it. It sounded really, really good. Wasn't too loud or anything like that. And then I did a throttle body by Guage Performance. And, you know, then I started like going to the track a lot more. So as every little piece, boom, 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 started going down the line, the truck started getting faster, faster, faster. And then I ran 13s. I ran like a 13.9, 13.8 the same day. I ran 13.9, 13.8 the same day with just a tune, exhaust, and I think that's it. Tune, exhaust, K&N intake, and you know what I mean. I think the throttle body, I think I went 13.8. Wasn't even the best weather. It was better than what I did it, like, you know, 98-degree day, but you know, that's, you start getting fast. You're like, all right. I took a little weight out. I went like 13.7, then went 13.6. Took a little more weight. I'm ready. Right where it says Ram in the middle. Oh my God. My wife's gonna kill me. Yeah. It's a little louder than I expected it to be. Beautiful. Give it a little gas. You gotta rev it. Little smoky. And boom, I went a 13.3, and I wasn't even fully prepped. That was just like tailgate spare, and I was spinning too because I didn't utilize four-wheel drive. I didn't have lightweight 17s. I had heavy 17s with some cheap Nitto tires on there, just, you know what I mean, to help the gearing out. And then you start progressing and progressing. And like I said, I never planned on doing any of this when I got the truck. I just wanted a Ram truck. And then, you know, by the way, I also contacted Jay Greene in between this and got tuned by him. And now he's my tuner that I go to. If you're new to the channel, he's who I go to for, you know, obviously he's who tunes it and everything. So, you know, got headers on it, made a track intake after that. So basically I was full bolt on 180 thermostat. Little thing started progressing. So it's basically full bolt-ons after that, basically. And then you know, me and Jay were talking, like, oh, let's get a cam. Let's, by the way, before all the full bolt-ons, the truck went 1287. This is a four-door, and this is four-wheel drive. The truck did do a 1287 with full bolt-ons. And it was consistently running high 12.9, 12.3, 12.93, sorry. 12.9s all day long, in good weather, full bolt-ons. It was like I ran it high 30 times. 20, 30 times. It was a lot. I was consistently running it. I was very happy the way the truck was. And then I wanted to cam it and get in the mid-12s. I contacted Jay. All we did was just the cam only, nothing else at the time. And we went boom at 12.5, first time out. We had a couple, you know, it was only one run at 12.5, it was a high 12.5. But we did a 12.5, a couple 12.6s. And then, like, within 2 months, Jay contacted me about getting a torque converter. You know what I mean? He's like, Circle D's looking for someone. He's like, you're at the track more than, you know, you'll get, he said, you're at the track a lot. And he's like, most of the guys that, you know, get all these mods really don't go to the track. They just like the street race and stuff like that. I actually go to the track and see I get actual results, quarter-mile times, stuff like that, to what the improvement will be. I said, yeah, sure. And we didn't expect it to be as, you know, we are R&D'ing, expect it to be as big of a stall as it is. And we took it to the track. We knocked almost, 10th and a half off instantly, just off the 60 foot off there, and the truck was running. And this was in the summer, so you know what I mean, I almost ran as good as I did in the summer as I did in the winter. So we went to the track. We friggin' went like a 12, what was it in the summer, 12.6 or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. So we were running phenomenal times in the summertime. It was like consistently running good. And then you know what I mean, we did a couple little more things. And I got 100 octane tuned, stuff like that. But as you can see, it's not like the craziest thing. And as you know, if you're new to the channel, my truck doesn't have the choppiest cam. So, you know, we did 100 octane tune. I didn't, you know, I'm not running pure race gas. I had a additive in there, boosting and octanium and stuff like that. Doesn't do crazy much. Probably gives you about a 10th or so. Gives you a little more mile an hour. You can feel it's a little bit more power, but it's not like over the top power. It's not like, holy crap, like an MS-109 would be or something like that. But we were running consistent mid-12s in the middle of summer. Once we got it dialed in, it was like 12.6 realistically in the middle of summer. Dialed in, stuff like that. And this was like, I'm talking like 2000 PA. We were running 12.6s consistently. So I was very happy with that. And it was, at the time, my daily driver still. So going to the track, prepping, unprepping wheels, tires, like every week, and then putting all the interior back on, it was a pain in the ass. And you know what I mean? Even for time, I thought about looking for another cheap beater car, daily driver, or not really even a daily driver, something where, you know, if this was going to the track, I could take the other one to work and stuff like that. So, and then the trans broke. That was one of the worst things. The transmission broke at the track. I sheared the output shaft on. I messed up the rear at the same time, all because a wheel hopped and broke it all. So we got that fixed very shortly. We got it fixed within, I'll say, about 3 weeks to a month. I had to get that day, like I say, a couple more weeks, the rear, you just started hearing clicking in the rear, bing, bang, boom, and it really started. You know what I mean? One day, just driving around the block, the rear was done. It was banging all around. It couldn't even drive it. Good thing I was close to my house, so I just drove home and called up Steve, my mechanic. I was like, Steve, the rear, I think, shot. So while the rear was shot, it didn't have all the money to pay for. I actually had half the money saved up for a supercharger, which was about to go in here. So I took the money I had saved up and bought a new daily driver, my Lexus, and paid to get this to get fixed. And that, you know what I mean? Then all the money I had was gone. No money at all. Like, I was broke. Dead flat broke. When I mean broke, I mean car broke. I don't mean I had money to pay my bills and stuff like that, because everything that comes from this channel goes back into the car. So I had no money to do anything else. I could barely afford to go racing. So then, you know, the good weather started coming around. The truck was running its best after we got the new Yukon rear end. I did break the rear again, but spider gears, and I still say it was my fault. But we got the new spider gears and went to the track, and the truck right now is running low 12s. 1220, it ran it a couple of times, so it was running 12s. It was running 12.3, 12.4, you know, in 500 DA now. Like, the weather was getting better. It was running really good times, you know, in decent weather. It wasn't the best weather, wasn't the worst weather, but it was running in decent weather. And then the really cold weather kicked in. It was running 12.3, 12.2. It was really 12.2s, and the one time I probably could have got a 12.1 out of it, but just the truck that day was pulling timing. I think me and Jay think it was bad gas, so we, you know what I mean, we didn't get a chance to really test out its full potential and stuff like that. So what we did is, that was it. We were like done with it at that time. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry I'm rambling on. I'm just telling you what my progress was and how I turned my truck from 14.9 to a 12.20. Now, not done there yet. We also have a new cam coming in. Big choppy cam. Well, it's a lot bigger than my current cam. We have a Greene Racing Stage 2 high-lev V2 thump cam. And we're going to be getting the heads ported possibly this week, depending on if, or I'll probably say more next week. If someone is sending me stock heads, and I can take the stock heads with them, send them out to get ported. And once my install is done on the ported heads, we can take the ported heads, put them on the truck when we do the cam install, the new cam install, I should say. I take the stock heads on this, send them out to the guy who sent me the stock ones, so it's like an exchange, you know what I mean? So that's where we're going with that, and we're going to try to get 11s. No one has ever ran 11s naturally aspirated in a four-door, four-wheel drive truck. I'm sorry, in a four-door truck. No one's ran 11s at all, I don't think, at all. Boost, anything, in a four-door, four-wheel drive truck. I don't think it's been done yet. And I'm going to do it with no boost. That is the goal if you're new to this channel. That is the goal that we are going for. 11s NA without boost, and go from there. We're gonna see, man. I don't know what the build is gonna be after that. I'm trying to possibly add another car to the channel this year, maybe this year, possibly next year, but trying to do it, you know what I mean, for a while. And you know, I couldn't get it when at the right time. I mean, I could have got it if I didn't get the Lexus, I'd say, but I needed something at that time reliable, and this truck was broke, so I couldn't just go to the dealership and get it. I didn't have the money and the funds to do what I wanted to get, but I did get the Lexus. It is a daily driver. It's not really on the channel much. I haven't actually had it on the channel at all. I haven't done anything with it, but that's where we're at, man. That's how I turned my regular daily driver truck into an absolute beast. Like, this thing launches at a 1.65 60 foot. It runs good. This thing it runs good, and it's right now I can see I could drive it around no problem, and it runs great, man. And you know what I mean? That's the video for today, guys. So if you're new here, you know, throw a like and a subscribe. If not, you know, it is what it is. All right, guys, I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.